Hey guys, welcome back to the Be For Real podcast, episode 7.
Yes, episode 7.
We're glad to be back. We missed you guys. A week feels like too long sometimes.
It does. It does. It's a long week.
It is. It's a long week, but it's also a short week because it feels like we're always sitting here recording.
True.
It's
Very
like,
true.
It doesn't
long
feel
and
long.
short.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think we're going to be posting twice a week. So once a week is all you guys got.
Sorry.
So anyways, how has your week been? What's been going on?
Yeah, it's been good so far. I feel like I say the same thing every week. I'm like,
I know.
just been working, chilling. Yeah. Again, weather's been nice. Oh my god, that's
I
like
know.
what we've been saying every week. So hopefully it just stays that way. It's been a little bit of a theme here, so thank God.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. I had Mother's Day on Sunday. I just went for brunch with my mom and my brother, so that was lovely. Had a nice little day, and then I've pretty much just worked all week so far. Yeah, it's been fine. It's been good. Nothing crazy.
I know whenever you
Straight
like nothing happens, you're just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
That's it. I don't even know. Like, I could say, like, honestly, I can't even say anything. I don't even know.
Seems like somebody had a boring week.
No, seriously.
Well, if you think of anything, chime in.
Okay. I don't know. Your turn.
So my week has been good. I have really been limiting my social media use this week because Joel and I were talking and we kind of came to the realization that everybody, like this whole generation, our whole society, spend like so many hours a day, a week, a month scrolling on social media. And it's like, when I really think about it, every single spare second that I have of the day, I pick up my phone and I scroll. I'm going on Instagram, I'm checking people's stories. It's like chronic. It's literally chronic. Like every spare second, like if I'm editing and working on my computer, if I'm like transferring files and it needs like 5 minutes to load, pick up my phone, scroll. Like it's just, I'm picking it up all the time. And I find when I do that, I get really mentally foggy and my brain doesn't feel clear and I just don't feel overall very good. And I'm like, I just want to start living my life more. And in those moments between that 5 spare minutes that I get in between doing a task or something, I have been challenging myself not to pick up my phone and to just either, just sit with myself or read or just do something more productive, because like I've said a million times, I have been wanting to read more. And the biggest thing that's been prohibiting that is I choose my phone over reading. Like at night, I wanted to keep scrolling on TikTok. I don't want to pick up my book because it's like, oh, that's so boring, right? If I have the option of my phone, I'm going to pick my phone. Nowadays, it's just so normal to like walk into a restaurant and people are lining up and every single person is just on their phone when they're waiting. Like, when do we ever get the time to just like sit with ourselves anymore? Yeah, so this week I've been challenging myself. Throughout the past like 3 days, I've only spent like probably cumulatively like 15 minutes on social media.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Boring.
And that was
I'm just kidding.
boring.
No, just kidding.
Well, I just called your
That's
week
really
boring.
good, though.
So.
True.
We're even now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was consuming me to the point where I'm like, I just need to stop, because I am always just distracting myself. And I feel like I'm an outsider looking into other people's lives sometimes, and I'm not living my own when I do that. Social media is great when you have certain boundaries on it, but when you don't, it could become something that's like really just takes over your life. And I feel like a lot of us have gotten to that point. So that has been our little challenge we're kind of doing. With that being said, I'm like already a quarter way through my book when before I like didn't even start reading it,
That's true.
I don't know. It feels so much more mentally clear because I'm more present.
Yeah.
And it's actually been feeling really, really good.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So a little bit random, but I don't know. I just feel like I was noticing that my screen time was too high.
Yeah. I find really only like the summer fixes that for me. Because I'm just like really bored when I'm not on my phone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing anything, I don't know. I obviously have like little tasks and stuff to do. Like, I'll clean my room, or I'll do this or do that. Because I am kind of very like ADHD vibes where I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, I have to do this now, or a thought pops into my head and I have to do that right that second. So I am like that, but when there's nothing for me to do at the moment, I get bored so quick. Like, when I have nothing to do for a moment, I don't like it because I'm bored.
Yeah.
So I'm on a screen because I'm just bored.
But that's the problem, though.
And it cures my boredom.
Are you really bored, or are you just addicted to your phone?
No, I'm bored.
Well, you wouldn't know
You're
that.
like, no, girl, that's not the answer.
It's because like we're so used to being able to have that instant dopamine whenever we want, and that's why we get bored. So bored. It stems from that.
Yeah.
I don't think cavemen back in like the whenever ever got bored because they didn't have that stimulation, you know?
Yeah. In the summer, I always find like if I go to the beach or something, I literally don't touch my phone for 9 hours straight. If I go and have a really fun day, like hanging out with a friend, I don't touch my phone for 9 hours. But when I'm at home and I have no other things to do and it's not nice out, I can't go sit outside. It's like I'm going to be on my phone probably all day. And I can't help it because I'm like, okay, I've already done the dishes. I will still be productive. Like I've done what I could do. But then I'm like, okay, now what? Like, because I just don't really have any like little hobbies like that. So I'm like, I don't really...
Yeah, see, and that's also another thing.
It's not having little hobbies.
Yeah. I realized I'm like, okay, to
fill up those little moments with. Yeah.
It's like I do my work, and outside of my work, I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, what do I do?
What do I do?
Like, what do I do when I'm just home?
Yeah.
Everything revolves around screens. Like, I don't have a real hobby that takes me away from technology.
Yeah.
And that kind of scared me, and I'm like, whoa, I need to make time to do some other things. Like, I've been saying I wanted to be a reader for the past long time. That's only going to happen if I limit myself.
Pretty much.
And so, I just want to like explore new hobbies. And but that's good that, when you go out and stuff with friends, you're not on your phone, because that's like a pet peeve of mine when I hang out with a friend or just anybody and they go on their phones the entire time. And I'm like, you're not even like present with me here,
Yeah, I know. I hate that. I feel like there's different times when like you hang out and there's like time where you're both on your phone.
100%.
And, like, but it's like there's the vibe going on. That it's like, okay, it's time to sit for 10 minutes and not say anything.
That's
on our phones,
totally different.
When you're like having a conversation and someone keeps picking up their phone every 5 seconds, you're like...
Or when you're like out at, I don't know, a restaurant or something and you're mid-conversation and they're just like texting, or... I get if it's like urgent, go ahead. But if you're just like scrolling or something and they're looking up pretending like they're listening when they're really like
I hate that,
half listening, not even. I hate that so much,
because sometimes I'm like, if I'm on my phone, I can't like sometimes focus on at the same time talking to someone. So if someone's doing it to me, I'm like, I know you're not listening, because like I can barely listen when I'm doing it.
I hate when they pretend they're listening though.
I'm like, no, I'm like, just tell me, I'll be back in 3 minutes. Like,
exactly.
I'm not gonna waste my breath right now.
No, 100%. That's been my vibe for the week. Other than that, nothing really is new, I guess. Everything's pretty good. I guess nothing else.
Same thing.
It's like sometimes you have stories to tell that, like, when shit happens, but I know it's kind of a good thing when things are smooth sailing too, though.
Yeah, true. Well, actually, the other day my car died. I think I told you that, right?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I went to work on Monday, and in the morning my car started, but it like when I was turning like my key, it like kind of like stuttered to turn on, which it normally doesn't do. And I was like, oh,
you're like,
I was like, that was sus. Like that was weird.
And then you just kept driving.
Then I was like, okay, it's fine though, because it was running. Like then nothing was an issue. But then at the end of the day, when I was finished, I mean, I was only finished at like 5:30 or something like that, so it was still like nice out and it was a nice day, so, and my car was parked outside. But when I was leaving, I like went to start it and it didn't start. I was like, ooh. And then I kept doing it would start and I was like, ooh. And then I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, did anyone notice?
Why is it so embarrassing?
It was embarrassing, even though it wasn't, because people helped me, because this girl's like, is your car not starting? Like, do you want me to help jump it? Think of it, if I didn't tell anyone, I would have just like been there by myself, like what
all
do I do?
night.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, just get over the embarrassment. It's not embarrassing. It happens. Everyone's car dies at some point. Like, it's just the battery. That's what happens.
Mine literally just did.
Yeah,
a few months ago.
It happens. It's not a big deal. It's never happened to me before. I've had other car issues, but I've never had it like just my battery died. No big deal. I'm like, everyone has like cables and stuff. It's not a problem. So yeah, and then pretty much it was fine. So, but I had to work the next day, so I took my mom's car to work but it was funny because it started for her in the morning. But I tested it out more times that night, and I took it to my dad's, and like we tested it, and he was like, no, it's like your battery's dead. We need a new one. So I'm like, okay, we'll get one tomorrow. So I took my mom's car to work, and then it kept starting for her. And then my mom and dad were like dealing with it I'm literally at work. I'm like, sorry, I'm like MIA until 8 p.m. tonight. So
yeah.
If you want to deal with it, you can.
Yeah.
Which they did. So that was very great of them. And apparently, as soon as she took it to the battery shop or like the store, she parked. And then they were like, okay, you can like bring it into the shop. And she went to turn it on. And then it died. And it literally started for her all day.
Are you kidding
me? Which was funny.
Me?
And then it died at the shop.
Well,
so
thank
like,
God it was like at the shop.
So they were like, it's fine. So they fixed it. And then yeah, now it's fine. So I mean, I guess that happened this week. It didn't really irritate me at all, because I'm like, I don't really let things like that bother me. When people freak out about things like that, I'm like, it's literally fine. And there's a solution. Nobody killed your dog. Like, you're fine. It's okay.
It's also completely out of your control.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're like neglecting the issue for a long time.
Yeah.
But
and then it's your fault.
Then it's like, okay. But things like that are literally out of your control. So it's like, if you get mad at that, then like, what's that going to do?
Yeah, and it was one of those days where I was already kind of like pissed off in the morning. My day was just kind of, it just started off a little rocky, and I just was like, hey, I know that if I keep, I'm going to manifest it for myself for the rest of the day. And that happened, and I was like, it just doesn't bother me. It's fine. Like, it literally was fine, and I just didn't care. So it was fine. Other than that, my week has been fine. Our drink of the week has been bubble tea. I wanted to point that out before I finish mine because I've got like 2 sips left.
We're like restraining ourselves.
Yeah, no. My bubble tea order today is a strawberry passion fruit black tea with coconut jelly.
Mine is a mango green tea with regular pearls, and she's good. She's like the perfect sweetness and just a refreshing little drink for the semi-hot day today.
Love it. So good. Oh my gosh, I finished The Housewives of Beverly Hills, by the way. So now I'm sad because I finished my show.
That was fast.
Watched 13 seasons in
13 days, baby.
13 days. Oh my god. No, I think it was 2 months. I did a lot of good binging times.
Well, you were also sick in the midst of that, so
I watched a lot of TV. And yes, even like yesterday at work, like there's times yesterday at work I wasn't used on set for so long. I probably watched like 8 episodes of it yesterday.
No way.
Like, just sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I need to start something else.
Isn't there other housewives?
Oh yeah, there's a lot, but I just don't know if I want to get sucked into another like 10 seasons right now. Like maybe I should just start a shorter show.
You're not ready for that commitment.
Yeah, I need a little break.
Yeah, really, yeah, understandable.
I've been so busy.
Yeah.
That's why. I've been so busy watching TV.
Busy girl.
Busy girl. Okay, so for this episode, we asked you guys on our Instagram, and Michaela posted on her Instagram as well, what questions you'd want to ask us, a little Q&A type sesh, or any topics you want us to talk about. So we thought we would just go through what you guys suggested and kind of do like some rapid fire to it, because we have like quite a few questions. We want to limit it.
Emphasis
so it's not
on the rapid fire, because you guys know how
Michaela,
specifically me, I ramble on, girl. So I am
we were just talking about that, how in our last episode, like my routine took me like 10 minutes and hers was like 25 minutes. And then my night routine was like 4 minutes and hers was like 19 minutes.
And that's with like a bunch of cuts too.
She's
so
like, that's some good editing too.
That's
so.
with a lot of parts cut out.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll answer a few questions. More than a few. I don't even know what we got.
Well, we want to try to get through them all and just be super fly with it so we can get through them all.
Super fly. And we'll just go back and forth, ask some, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for sending in questions or whatever you guys sent in. We really appreciate that. And we got a lot of also just like nice things comments that were said. So that's very kind, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I literally love you guys. Like, I'm not even kidding.
The big smile with the accent is so funny. I literally love you.
I literally do.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Oh my god, 444 as we check the clock, guys. Okay, so first question we got is, how do you know each other? Love your podcast. Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
So we know each other through work, basically. We met on set because we did Riverdale together.
Yeah.
Long story short, you guys can go check out our first episode that we ever did on the podcast to hear the full story on that.
Yeah, we went into detail about that on the first episode. So then the second question is, how did you decide to make a podcast together? I kind of think we answered that in the first one too.
We did, yeah.
Pretty much we just have like the same vibe, the same kind of mindset. We're very alike in ways that we think and how just we run our lives, and yeah.
We're also both super chatty.
And we're very chatty. And we're super cool. So
yeah, we're just really cool and chatty.
So all of those things equals podcast.
Equals a perfect podcast.
AKA, yeah.
AKA us.
AKA this one.
How can you be this motivated, and how can you stay on track every day? So for me personally, motivation honestly comes and goes. It's not something that's like consistent ever. And it's totally normal because your life is ebb and flow, and your motivation is always going to be ebb and flow.
That's really important to say too, is that you're not always motivated.
No.
Because it can seem like...
Yeah, it could seem like that.
You are 24/7, so yeah.
No, trust me, not at all 24/7. What really like pushes me through those times where I'm not motivated is discipline, because, you know, when you make a promise to yourself, you want to keep it.
Yeah.
And I've made many promises to myself that I strive to keep. And so that's what honestly keeps me going. And that's what keeps me motivated, is like setting goals and having those goals, you know, written down so you can like look back on them and remember why you're doing what you're doing. Also, I love watching like motivational YouTubers, and love listening to podcasts and stuff of people that, motivate me just in general. Yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's basically how I stay motivated.
Yeah, I would say like pretty similar. I just have like high standards for myself, so I disappoint myself when I don't like pull through on things. Motivation in terms of like, let's say like exercising or something, I feel like that's a big one. For me, I just feel like shit if I don't exercise, and I literally feel guilty about it, and I feel bad because I'm like, hey, I'm now an adult, like my body doesn't work as hard as when I was a kid, so it's like if I want to feel like shit, then don't work out. But I'm like, I don't wanna, so I do. I don't know, I just don't want to disappoint myself. I guess if I want things to happen, I gotta do them. So yeah.
And also like thinking how you're going to feel and remembering that before you do something, that'll motivate you to do it, because you're like working out, for example, I'm gonna feel so good afterwards. So like that's motivation to go do it. Yeah, basically.
Exactly. And sometimes when I do things, I reward myself with a little treat.
Oh, that's important, girl.
That too.
Get a reward system going, aka sweet treat system, girl.
Sweet treat system. Or I'm like, oh, pay off my credit card, can go shopping after. So
that is so real.
There's always a reward.
That is so real.
There you go. Give yourself a reward.
Yes, that's a big one.
You'll feel more motivated to do anything.
It'll like trick your brain into wanting to do it.
Pretty much. That's what I do. Is it healthy? I don't know. I think it's fine.
Everything in moderation.
Exactly. Any advice on how to be productive? Like you said before, just like I would say set goals. And also, again, like what you said, just think of the outcome. Yeah, it's hard. I feel like that's kind of ties into motivation as well.
I feel like it's kind of similar to the last question where it's like those two kind of go hand in hand.
Motivation makes you productive.
Yeah, no, exactly.
If you're not motivated, you're not going to be productive.
Honestly, a big thing for productivity though is having a to-do list and scheduling, planning out your days so that like you're not kind of, 12 p.m. you're like, I don't know what to do now.
Don't stress yourself out and like, don't overload yourself with things to do.
No, having a to-do list has always helped me be super productive though, because if I ever feel lost throughout the day, I'll go back and refer to that, and I'll be like, okay, it's so satisfying to check things off, so I want to get them done, and then it kind of like leads me in the right direction to like get into a momentum. Yeah,
and also always like leave yourself room to still do things you want and things that make you happy at the same time, besides things just that you have to do.
What's on your lock screen and home screen on your phones?
Oh, fun.
I guess we could just put screenshots up right now.
Mine right now currently is just cute like leopard print backgrounds.
Love it.
I always actually have a few backgrounds at once. You know how like on the iPhones
you could like switch it?
Have a few. This is my current one. And my home screen wallpaper has just always been literally just white. Yeah. Like nothing. I just like it very simple.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mine is just, I always switch up my wallpaper because I get bored, but I always just get an image off Pinterest. It's just a cute pink one right now, and then it's the same for my home screen. Nothing too extravagant.
School and how to deal with it, and how to deal with immature people. How to deal with it? I don't know if it just means like you don't like school, but what I would say about the immature people part is, oh my god, you're in school, everyone's gonna be immature. I don't know if this is referring to like high school or after school or anything, but people are gonna be immature no matter what. You just can't take things too personally, and if you know that people are immature, just know that that's a them problem. And for you to realize people are immature is a mature thing. Yes. So that's a good sign for you so far.
Good job.
But yeah, just like don't take it personal and just try to, I wouldn't say just block it out, but like, I don't know. I really just would say don't take it personal.
Just like, don't let it affect you, honestly.
No, because I don't know, again, I don't know, like let's say this is high school, for example. It's like everybody has so much growing to do. It's insane.
Oh my gosh. I thought I was old in high school and I thought I was like grown. But looking back at myself at high school now, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like trust the way people act, because people will like show you their true colors. Like when people show you who they are, believe them. Yet people, let's say they're young, they still have a lot of work to do, but like at their core, if you're in like high school, you're still gonna be the kind of person you are always. You know what I mean? In a sense. Immature people are so annoying though.
I know. And I feel like
I just kind of feel bad for them, because I'm like, damn, you got a long way to go.
I know. It's just sad to see.
They're actually the most frustrating people to deal with though, because when you're coming at them with like a mature perspective and they just aren't understanding it, it's like it like actually hurts your brain.
It's like that quote
if you're like in a disagreement with someone like that or something.
It's like that quote where it's like, you can't argue with stupid people.
Yeah, no, you can't.
It's the same thing.
And I'm not trying to hate on immature people, like that's fine, but
grow up.
Grow up.
That's the best advice I can give you, girl.
Straight up, grow up. Unless you're like literally 12, then wait a minute.
Then that's okay. What's your fave wellness habit?
Ooh.
This is one I gotta think about this one for a second here.
Honestly, mine is probably just drinking a shit ton of water. I'm a consumer when it comes to things that are forced upon you from the internet, which is having a giant water bottle. And I have a giant water bottle and I keep it with me all the time. I also put like lemon in my water all the time. I do really like that habit. This is why I hate the internet, because also apparently drinking lemon water every single day is bad for your teeth. Wears down your enamel.
Well, that's why
So I'm
you
like,
should
okay,
use a
it's
straw.
good for my gut.
Yeah.
But then it's bad for my teeth. Oh my god.
A
so
straw,
annoying.
girl. A straw. That fixes the issue.
I don't ever not drink with a straw. I think it's weird to not drink with a straw.
I love me some straws.
Does he? If it's like, if I were to drink wine, I'd probably drink it with a straw. Like anything. I need a straw.
No, 100%.
I also just don't like it. Like if it falls on my face.
I was gonna say,
I don't
when
like
you have
that.
ice in the drink and then you're trying to get the drink, but then too much ice comes, and you're like, oh.
You're like, it's flash zone.
No. I think my favorite wellness habit is walking, like an outdoor walk. Because whenever I go on a walk, I just feel great. I feel like my mind is cleared and it's just me time, spend time in nature. I always feel so good after a walk, and there's nothing like getting your steps in. So if I would have to put something, on the pedestal for my favorite wellness habit, it would have to be that. I always love myself a good hot girl walk.
Good hot girl walk.
Or even like put on a podcast when I'm walking. I just always feel so good afterwards.
What are your goals for the future, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good one. You go first.
You go first.
You're
like, I need to think about this for a minute.
Yeah, like I need like 5 seconds. Thank you.
This is a tough question. I have multiple goals for the future. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, I want to be abundant in every single aspect of my life and continue to be healthy and always just keep growing and be the best version of myself, etc. I want to potentially be a house owner in 5 years. That would be nice if that aligns. It's kind of soon. 5 years. Like,
how old will we be in 5 years?
We're going to be 28? No, 29.
That's awful.
That's like borderline having kids soon.
Oh my god, that's scary.
That is so... I personally don't want to have kids until... I always say, like, when I was younger, I said early, mid-20s. Because
I'm
I was
25, I'm having a kid.
No. Now I'm like, nope.
Hell no.
Yeah, when I think of kids now, I think of 30. Because
yeah,
it scares me that 29 is 5 years away. Think about that for a second. It's scary.
I feel like I'm 20 and I should be 25 in 5 years.
No, 100%. That's
not
so
this
weird.
Upcoming year.
Hopefully in 5 years, I'll be living, in my farmhouse. Like, I really want to get a house on land and just have a peaceful life. Hopefully me and Joel will be married. Not that that's like a huge thing that I'm waiting for, but it's bound to happen within probably the next 5 years. There's so many things I can say, but it's like also a huge question to just think about. And 5 years doesn't sound like it should be. We're borderline 30.
Cray. I don't even where I see myself in 5 years. Goals for the future are just to be awesome.
Be great. Be hot. Honestly.
Just be hot and awesome.
Be hot
older,
and
hotter,
awesome.
wiser.
Yeah.
No. My future goals. Let me just answer where I see myself in 5 years. Where I better see myself is I want to live in a penthouse condo overlooking the ocean.
Okay, ocean queen.
I want to be living anywhere but here. Hopefully I'll be married.
It's a little rough.
Married in 5 years sounds actually crazy to me because it's like I'm not in a relationship. I'm completely single right now.
I know, 5
years. So to meet someone
dude.
in under 5 years, be married. I have a feeling that I'll be with someone that I won't be with for that long before I get married. Like maybe like 2 years.
Totally feel that.
I'm fine to honestly be with someone for like a year and then get married.
I mean, when you know.
Well, that's my thing is I'm like, I want it to be like, no, I want it. It's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I know this is my person, so it's like time doesn't matter.
Oh, no. 100.
Quality of quantity.
You can even get married within like 6 months,
Yeah, you can. 5 years is crazy. Yeah, like you said, just want to be abundant. I just want to have like achieved, all my next 5 year goals in 5 years. Done a lot of traveling, met cool people. I don't know, whatever. Cool stuff.
Just be happy and healthy and
hopefully own a place, like just have like investment properties.
I want to have a house in Cabo. I want to have a house in Maui. I want to have a house in all the places
everywhere.
Why is this like we're like stuttering over
5
words
years just
here.
seems like a shit ton of time for me.
I think when we calculated how old we're gonna be, that kind of stunned us because
no, for sure, because if I was 20 and you said 25, like I don't know, I'm gonna be 25 next year and I probably am not gonna be at where I would have thought I would be at when I was 20.
I know.
You know what I mean?
See, that's
so
the
29,
thing.
I'm like, that's a long time. I could also literally not be as far as I think I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? You don't know.
And that's why you kind of just have to take life as it goes, because you can set these huge goals for yourself and then you're actually in the position 5 years later and you're like, things are so much different now.
Yeah.
So you could make goals and stuff, but you also can't really predict the future in that way, where you never know where, the universe is going to take you and lead you and where your life is going to go. So it's important to also just go with the flow. And yeah.
No, I agree.
How do you find motivation to start new healthy habits and stay consistent?
This one kind of ties into the other ones as well. But to find new habits, I don't know, because to me, I get very like spontaneous motivation, and a lot of the times it's from like social media. I can't lie. Like I'll see TikToks. Like this morning I was up making chia pudding and overnight oats because I was watching a TikTok and I was like, no, I'm motivated to make these and have these for breakfast. So all of a sudden I was like, I'm just gonna go make some right now. So I did that.
New healthy habit, check.
No, literally. I honestly feel like social media helps me discover new habits a lot. But also just like from friends and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah.
Same thing. I find healthy habits on social media a lot of the times where I'm like, oh, I want to try this, and like get recommendations. A lot of the times through the YouTube videos that I watch, because I love my YouTube videos. And if not that, then people around me, if they suggest something, then I'll try it too. Yeah. And also books. Like sometimes when I'm reading like a self-help book or something and, they suggest to do something, then I'll try it and sometimes implement that into my routine. But usually social media, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. We got another question about like habits and stuff, and this one says, how about your habits and how you guys stick to them? Same kind of thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
I also, we also have bad habits too, I'm sure. Do you have any bad habits that you can think of?
Let me think for a second here.
Bad habits for me is I'm definitely a procrastinator. I procrastinate things a lot. Oh, actually, one of my least favorite habits is that I run late to things a lot, and I hate that. Like, that's one of my bad habits. But I was like late to everything growing up because like my mom would always be late to not blaming it on you, Mom, but but like we were always late to things.
So you kind of took that and ran with it.
So I feel like I've just always kind of been like that. But Mom's like, you can't say that forever. Like, oh, I was always late growing up, so I'm now going to be late forever. I was like, otherwise you're gonna. And I'm like, true. She's like, you're now a grown woman. You can create your own journey. Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, you're so right. I just think one of my bad habits is I don't give myself enough time to get ready, but aka that goes hand in hand with me being a perfectionist. So like even if I give myself enough time to get ready, I'm like perfecting this one spot on my eyebrow for an hour. Like my mascara is good enough, or like my outfit's it's not perfect, need to keep doing it a million times. Then I make myself late, and I do that a lot, and I don't like it.
Yeah, now that you say that, procrastination definitely up there with my bad habits. If there's a task that I don't want to do, she's getting pushed to the side until I absolutely need to get her done, and she'll be weighing in the back of my mind, but I won't care. I'm still going to procrastinate it. So that's definitely a bad habit that I have had since I can ever remember.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes I can agree where I also don't give myself enough time to get ready. And I'm like always rushing, which you can easily fix.
Gotta hate rushing.
Oh.
But it's like you do it to yourself, right?
You literally do it to yourself. So it's like, unless something happens, you do it to yourself.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm pretty perfect. So.
Stop. Yeah, she's perfect, so it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, the healthy habits part goes in the same hand in hand. Motivation, discipline, bada boom, bada bing. I love that everyone's asking these questions. So like they just think we're so motivated and we're so perfect. We're really not, guys. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Speak for yourself.
Michaela's perfect at everything. It's me. Okay? We've got the devil and the angel over here. So
clearly, we know who the devil is.
and it's a cat. It's not me.
Toopy. Oh, another actually one of, just one more bad habit.
One of my imperfections, I guess.
One more, I guess I'll expose is, like I was talking about earlier in the episode, I am a chronic social media user, and that can get in the way of me doing things, which is, it is a habit. Like picking up my phone, guys, and just automatically clicking a social media app when I shouldn't be. It's a habit, and add that to the list, the small list.
Oh my God, it's actually so funny because it's like, I feel like, it's like I could tell you things that, I'm like proud of myself for, like, oh, I'm good at this. But like, if you're to be like, okay, what are things you are like bad at? I'm like, oh God, I got a list. Like things that I'm like, I wish I didn't do that. Actually, you know what I mean?
Actually,
like,
we're bringing out a whole scroll.
Oh my
God,
please come to me. Come. Oh my God. Oh, she's too shy.
Maybe she's gonna go eat. How do you deal with bloating? If I'm honest, I don't really bloat.
I knew that question. I knew you were gonna say that, you bitch.
How did you know I was gonna say that? Because I'm just perfect.
Yep, I knew that was coming. I was like, she's gonna be like, I've never bloated before.
I have bloated maybe once or twice in my life, but it's when I don't even remember specific times. Maybe if I ate too much, I'll be like, damn, I feel like I feel bloated. Other than that, I don't really get bloated, thankfully.
That's nice. I'm bloated right now. I'm also on my period right now, so I get so bloated during that time and I just feel disgusting. But guys, again, I think I mentioned this before. Did I mention that I was changing my birth control before?
I don't think so. Maybe you did actually.
Maybe. Anyways, on a new birth control, and I felt like honestly bloated the whole time I've been on it so far, so I think that it's like one of the starting symptoms. But I also have like stomach sensitivity sometimes, so if I eat like dairy and stuff, I will get bloated. And what I would say is just drink lots of water. That's so lame, but like drink lots of water, fluids, take your vitamins, and have lots of foods that are anti-inflammatory. You can search up like a whole list of them, but there's lots of things like that. I know green tea is really good anti-inflammatory, so I have green tea. Like peppermint tea, I find, well, that helps more so if you have like a stomach ache, but I like to have like tea at night or in the morning. You should just start off with lots of water every day when you wake up in the morning. Helps. And then also just not feel bad, because it's a normal thing and everybody gets bloated except Michaela. And
I'm just one of the lucky ones, apparently.
She's lucky.
But
No.
whoa, I do have severe stomach issues in different ways, so it's kind of like a trade-off.
Yeah.
So if you think about it that way, it's like if I did get bloated, I would just be,
you think I'd have it all?
I'd kind of be dead at this point. Let's just say
my
that.
stomach would be gone.
Yeah, like bye, like she'd be disintegrated at this point. So it's kind of a trade-off. But even though I haven't dealt with bloating, I feel like a really good thing that you could do that may help is keep a food diary. This is what my doctor told me to do when I was having stomach issues. So basically just like write down what you eat every day, and then after you eat them, note on your food diary how that made you feel.
I did that for a while actually when I first kind of started having stomach problems, because I was trying to figure out if it was dairy or not. And then I kind of just forgot, because I think honestly at that point everything was hurting my stomach, so I was like, I don't even know what it is. But yeah, no, that's a good idea too.
Okay, next question. Do you have a budget or have any financial advice? Okay, personally, I don't really ever set myself a specific budget every month, because I kind of know what I'm making. I know what I'm spending. You know, at the end of the month, I see my credit cards and I see what I'm spending. So I could kind of gauge that, and I've never felt the need to manually have to budget anything. I feel like if I was more so pinching for pennies and I really needed to, or had a goal of like saving more money, then making a budget sheet would be super helpful and help me allocate my money in places and stuff. But yeah, I don't really necessarily have a budget. In terms of financial advice, investing is my number one advice. I have like a set amount of money that goes into my investments every month, and I know that it's good to do that to set yourself up for the future, etc. But at the same time, also having the mindset that it's okay if you can't do that, and you can have financial abundance like no matter what. And it's so important not to worry or stress about money, because if you have like a bad outlook on it, then that's what's going to be reciprocated back to you. So just make sure that you kind of destroy those limiting beliefs surrounding money if you have them. And I feel like most people have a lot of limiting beliefs around money. I know I did growing up. So I know it's hard, obviously, especially people struggling in today's economy and stuff. Could be very, very hard, but try your best to think as positively as you can about it, and just know that there is unlimited abundance out there for you. And in order to manifest that in, you just kind of have to have a positive mindset about it and know that you're going to be okay and money is coming. Yeah,
straight up. Yeah, I feel like that is very fair. I personally know I don't have a budget either, but like I 100% should. I did my taxes with my grandma and whatever, we were talking about like my spending habits and stuff like that and just whatnot. She's like, okay, well, next time you come over, we're gonna talk about budgeting and we're gonna make you a budget.
She's like, girl, we need to change
and I was
this.
Like, yeah, you're probably right. But like, to be fair, I've always made different amounts of money. Like I've never had a stable income for like forever. So it's so much harder to budget, because it's like some months you're making more, some you're not making as much. So you're like,
because you really don't have that set amount where you could realistically make it the same budget every month.
Exactly. So it's more tough for sure. Yeah, I would say the same thing. Definitely invest. I'm not like externally investing right now. I have investments within like a bank that's like doing it. Like I don't have to actually go in and you know, like it's taking money and just it's doing it on its own kind of type things, which is good. I only have done that with like the last year, but still that's better than starting now than in 5 years. But yeah, definitely just investments. Try to save as much as you can, or at least any if
also,
possible.
Yeah, enjoy your life too.
But at the same time, yeah, like that's where I get myself into trouble, is because I'm like, I was saying to my grandma, I was like, yeah, grandma, but like, would I rather have money saved for in 50 years when I don't know what I'm doing, or would I rather be happy and buy myself something and like go for dinner now? I'd rather do that.
But see, that just adds, so
it's like you have to balance.
Yeah, it adds to your good vibration. Like, obviously don't go blow all your money, be stupid with it, but at the same time, it's like, if you have the money to go out with your friends and go for dinner
and create a good experience,
then do that. Because nothing is like, money is never going to replace that. And at the end of the day, guys, I just have the mindset that money isn't real. When we die, we're not taking our money with us, so who really cares? I mean, obviously we all care about money.
Definitely me.
I mean, yeah, we do care, but it's just,
no, I understand
balance.
What you're saying.
Yeah, balance. It's just balance at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And when I say investments, a really important part of that is also just investing in yourself. Like, let's say you want to become a musician, but your guitar is going to cost like $500. Buying that guitar is a great investment, even though it's not technically going like in the stock market or whatever. That's still an investment in yourself and in your future. So I really believe and think that it's super important to put that money into yourself.
Okay, how to fix my sleep schedule that I wake up. It says sisters in here. I don't know what that means. My sister's sleep schedule or my sleep schedule sisters?
Sisters that I wake up early around 6:30. Maybe she's asking us like, hey sisters, what should I do?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Not a sleep whiz, but depends, because like I sleep really well. So for me, I would just go to bed later to sleep in later. Maybe try a Sleepy Girl mocktail.
Ooh.
Some tart cherry juice, some magnesium, and a little drink. Yeah, maybe you just need to stay up a little later. I don't know, because some people also just have sleep issues where like doesn't matter what time they stay up, they'll have to wake up. But it makes me curious what time this person goes to bed, because I'm like, do you go to bed early? Do you go to bed late?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like sleep schedules are something that like you have to train your body to do,
and every body is different, because I know some people have like insomnia and
just internal clocks that are like
off.
Yeah, they're just doing it how it is and you can't change it.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me personally, it all affects like the time I go to bed to what time I can wake up.
Yeah, no, same here. If I want to start waking up, like when I wanted to start waking up earlier, I would just really ease myself into that. So every morning I just wake up
like 30 minutes earlier.
30 minutes earlier, but also go to bed 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a while if you want to fix it to actually like fall asleep 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
But I promise eventually you will adjust, and it's like adjusting to a different time zone. You're eventually going to adjust to it.
Yeah.
You just have to be patient with yourself and do it in small increments to make it easiest.
Straight up.
Yeah, basically it.
Straight up.
What are your favorite time management techniques? Making a to-do list. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
To-do lists are the best. And
I do that too. I make one every morning.
Yeah, just having
it on my phone though. Like I don't actually write it down. Because I feel like, well, just because my phone, I have it all
You could
day,
carry
so
it
I'm
everywhere,
like,
yeah. Super handy.
I do that every morning with my phone. What are your go-to clothing brands? I would say for me at the moment, Aritzia, Urban Outfitters, Zara, Brandy. Oh my god, these are all so basic, but it's like
literally the ones
there's
I'm
nowhere else to shop here.
In my head.
The only, like, there's nowhere else to shop here. That's all the shopping that there is here. Go-to, I've really been liking, like, bottoms from Urban Outfitters. I love their jeans. And then, yes, I've been shopping a lot at Aritzia because I work there. So I get a discount. Like, why would I not work there, right? I mean, work there? Why would I not shop there? Actually, I haven't gotten anything from Zara and for, like, quite a long time. I kind of like their accessories more than, like, their actual clothes. Brandy, oh my god. Brandy is just my favorite. For like little basics, comfy, lounge, cute. Okay, like summer tank tops I love from Brandy because they have such cute graphics and stuff. But
it's dangerous in there. Yeah,
I would say there. I mean, I like to shop online at other places too, but for more like statement things. So I would say like go-to stuff, probably like Aritzia and Brandy and.
Yeah, no, I'm the exact same. It sounds so basic, but
Yeah.
Aritzia, Brandy, etc. Like, it's just what's around. And I don't know, I feel like those are just the top brands. I really don't do much online shopping. Like, obviously, Princess Polly and, you know, those brands are always there. But I have been wanting to, like, shop more in person recently just to make sure, you know, everything fits and it's flattering on you. And that's something that I've learned through ordering clothes online. It's like you never really know how it's going to fit, how it's going to look on you. And just getting to try things on in person is going to change your mind about a lot of things, because then you can really find things that work for your body, etc., when you're trying things on in person. So
yeah. I also like to thrift a lot too. That's not a clothing brand, but
yeah,
that's another place to shop.
thrifting is a slay. Okay, next question. Going out with your boyfriend, paying and stuff, is it 50-50, or can the girl expect the man to take care? Okay. So right now, if Joel and I go out, we kind of just alternate fitting the bills. Like if we go for dinner, we never split a bill. Like it's never like 50-50. It's just kind of like I pay for things, he pays for things. It probably doesn't equal out to exactly 50-50, but it just always ends up balancing out in the end. Like we don't really write it down and be like, oh, you owe me this much, because we just act like we're practically, I guess, married already. So we don't have joint bank accounts, but basically everything that we buy and stuff is just,
it goes to use for things like for each other.
Exactly.
Home things. And
if I was in the position where I wasn't making money, he would cover things. And if he was in the position where he wasn't making money, I would cover things. Like we just always have each other's backs. And I feel like that's important in a relationship. Obviously things are going to change in the future. Like right now, I am super happy contributing, obviously, because I'm a working gal and I want to contribute to our bills, because I feel too guilty making him pay. Like this is no sugar daddy situation where, you know, I'm with anybody for money, obviously. So I feel like that's a whole different situation too. But yeah, I mean, I just would feel too guilty making him pay all the bills. He would in a heartbeat. Like if I seriously went to Joel and I asked him, I'm like, hey babe, like, can you just start paying for me and covering everything? In a heartbeat, I know he would.
He'd be like, okay.
Like he would, but then he just, like with,
he'd be like, why? But like,
yeah. So it's not like, because he knows that at the end of the day, we don't technically share our money, but we kind of do. So it's like, I don't know, if I'm saving more money that month, then it kind of just, and it's going to end up being for both of us.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Anyways, that's like where we're at. I mean, girl, if you have a man that provides for you and you don't live together or whatever, then slay. I mean, love to see it.
Yeah. I just think it really depends on the people's dynamic. Depends on everyone's relationship, of
yeah,
course.
It's so different.
For me personally, I think if this is something new, I don't want to say I'm trying to be impressed by your money. Not at all. But I think if you're trying to, like, I don't know, like if you're starting to talk to someone, like I would probably expect a guy to pay. Like,
oh yeah,
I would maybe, I've done this before, is like the first few times you'd hang out, I'm honestly gonna expect them to pay, to be honest, because also I'm not someone who initiates plans with guys either. They're probably asking me. So that's kind of how I feel though. Like if I said to someone, if I was like, hey, do you want to go for dinner? I'm not gonna expect that person to pay, but I'm not gonna say we're splitting. I would never split bills with a guy. I feel like that's just weird. Like I feel like if you're in early stages,
imagine you went on a first date with a guy and the server comes up and was like, oh hey, like how would you like the bill, and he said split.
No, I would be embarrassed. I just feel like
no
it's not a money thing, but I just feel like it's like a showing like respect and like being a man that wants to like provide. I just feel like if the guy is like, no, I got it. I don't even know how much he makes. Maybe he makes a lot, maybe he makes nothing. But if he's like, no, I just want to pay for you. Like if it's like I want to take care of you, I want to pay for you. I think that's attractive to me personally. That doesn't mean I'm never going to offer to pay for things. I don't split. I feel like someone just needs to pay for it. But like in a relationship, I don't know. I just think if you're standing there and someone puts their like, it's not the biggest deal.
It's so situational too. Like how long you guys have been together. Is this going to be a long-term relationship, or is this just a situationship? Like there's so many factors that go into it. But in terms of like first dates and stuff, I totally agree with that.
I would be expect to be paid for, to be honest. I mean, first dates, like if you're trying to like pull me and like whatever, like like I said, it's not trying to be impressed by money, but I just feel like it shows that like it's because I want a man who's like a provider.
Yes.
So I feel like if you want to split the bill at first, you're not going to be a provider.
Yes.
Like it kind of sets the tone.
Oh, 100%.
And that's just like my personal opinion on it.
And if that's what you want, then that's what you should expect, you know?
Yeah, so that's my personal opinion. It's not like how much money they make or like, oh, I need them to buy me all this stuff. I make my own money. I don't need a guy to buy me all this stuff. But it's like if you want to take me out and you're like trying to get to know me and stuff, well, it's like be a gentleman.
No, 100%.
And pay for the bill.
And
like,
especially
I probably got ready for 2 hours like and was anxious as shit before that. So like
yeah. No, 100%. And I feel like
I'm also a picky eater and I don't eat that much. I don't drink. I'm gonna be a cheap date anyways. Anywhere I go. So like, if you don't pay for my $20 bill, that's embarrassing.
That's a problem right
Seriously.
there. That's a red flag.
Like, I probably got an iced tea and a pasta. So like, come on.
I think we have the same opinion on that.
Samesies. Is that your natural hair color? Yes.
She's a real blonde. It grows out of her roots blonde. Like that. Now you talking about your roots.
Stop it right now.
She's covering her roots today, guys, on purpose.
She box dyes her hair. So.
She's a liar.
I'm just kidding. No, her hair is natural. Mine is not.
Not you saying I box dye.
She's jet black box dye.
Box dye
L'Oreal
hair. Yeah, L'Oreal Paris. Yep.
Every 2 weeks.
This is actually sponsored by them.
Stop. L'Oreal. I need my roots done, so. No, my hair is like really light brown. Actually, I always say it was dirty blonde, even though it's not like that. But my hair was never like a solid color. It was very like, if you were to look at my roots, it's different colors. Like dirty blonde, light brown.
Like a mix.
I feel like I had like natural highlights in a way. But yeah, no, I dye my hair. She does not.
I always feel nervous going to the gym. How do you guys overcome that gym anxiety?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so when I first started going to the gym, I definitely felt that way because there can be some creepy staring men at the gym.
Some creepy crawlies.
And it's not fun.
No.
Like being a girl in the workout set in the gym, it's like sometimes feels like all eyes on you.
No, there's literally nowhere else you could go to feel more objectified, I swear. And it's a place where you're supposed to go and like better yourself.
It's so true. And
it's awful.
I remember the first time going to the gym and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually, I feel like I'm getting eye harassed right now. Like this is,
it's such an intimidating place to go at first.
Yes. I get the feeling where you can feel super judged because you will get stares, like especially, I'm sorry, but from men, like you will get stares. No, it's inevitable. If your gym has a girls section, all girls section, that's a slay.
That's the only, I don't ever work out in the co-ed place ever.
Yeah, no,
I don't like it.
If I'm not with Joel, like if we're doing separate workouts, I'm in the girls section because I hate it.
Yeah.
And even Joel was telling me that in the change room, he like goes into the steam room and usually when he goes, there's like a group of guys that are always in there.
Yeah.
He says that they literally talk about the guys in there who they thought was hot this morning at the gym. And they're like, oh, did you guys see that new girl in this workout set? And I'm like, there's no way they were talking about that.
That is why I stay in the girls only.
100%. Yeah. So if your gym has that, that is like my number one tip is to at least like start working out in there and you can gain confidence. And then obviously if there's like machines that you want to use on the other side where it's co-ed, then do as you feel comfortable. But that's a good place to start. And you can also find gyms that have a only girls spot, or you can find a gym that is only girls. And I don't know, I just feel like girls are just so much less judgmental and you'll feel just more safe and comfortable in there just as it is.
Yeah.
But another part of that is the way you dress. Make sure you feel super confident.
That was gonna be like my first tip. Whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. If that's a baggy sweater and baggy pants because you're not comfortable with your body, you're not comfortable yet, you don't have to go in a bra and shorts or a little like dress as comfortable as it makes you. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, just as long as you can move in it and you can exercise, just wear whatever's comfortable. Nobody is judging you for what you're wearing to the gym. People wear some crazy shit to the gym. It's not, no one's judging you.
No, not at all. And maybe
if someone is, then they're weird.
Yeah, no, seriously. Rude. If you wear what makes you feel the most confident, then you're gonna feel the best when you're there. As you do like keep going back to the gym, it just kind of takes time sometimes to get more comfortable to the gym.
Yeah.
And if you really don't feel comfortable going alone, ask a friend.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, do you want to come with me to work out? And I feel like that really makes things so much easier.
Yeah. It is intimidating in a sense because there's so many people there that know what they're doing. So maybe you're nervous because like you don't know what you're doing. You've never been to the gym, right? I would literally just say watch some TikToks, see a few things. And also just like, not that you have to watch people, but you can notice how people use machines. Like be like, oh, I don't know how I'm supposed to use this machine. Like literally like wait for someone to use it and watch it. Like just notice, it's not, you can also ask questions. Like don't be afraid to like ask someone questions. People, I feel like a lot of the time, well, you can pick up the vibes from people, but people, I don't know, I feel like they feel appreciated when you ask them something. They feel like, oh, this chick thinks I know what I'm doing, or like I know how to use it. She wants to know how, or whatever, he thinks it's cool. Like, yeah, I feel like my biggest tips like you said, would be wear whatever's most comfortable for you and just start off slow, ask questions. It's not as scary as you think. Once you get going a few times, you'll be like, awesome, I know what I'm doing. And you don't have to go there and lift the most intense weight and do the most intense things. Literally, I go and do like little girl Pilates lightweight things, and I used to feel like, oh, I feel like a nerd, I need to be like lifting heavy here, and now I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm like, I'm gonna walk by with my 5-pound weights and be like, yeah, I'm lifting these today.
Yeah,
like,
I'm lifting 3-pounders.
I'm like, I don't care. We all have different bodies, different strengths, different weaknesses. You should just be proud of yourself for even going or wanting to go, because that's already like a big step. And you should just be proud of yourself with every step you take towards it, and to better yourself in that way, right?
And I feel like it's really easy to be in your own head, thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's judging me using this, everyone's staring at me doing this. But the reality is most people are wearing headphones at the gym.
And they're focused on themselves.
That's what I mean.
Everyone's focused on themselves.
They're in their own world, usually.
Yeah. A lot of times, sometimes you're thinking like, oh, like, I wonder if people are watching me doing this. It's like, no, they're not. They're probably not watching you. People are also thinking that about themselves over in the other corner, right? And
if they are watching you, then they're just really weird, so you don't even have to worry about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's their problem, essentially. But odds are nobody's watching, nobody cares, and nobody even sees what you're doing.
Straight up. What should I do if a guy is giving me mixed signals? When people show you who they are, believe them, is what I will always say. And I know guys will play games and whatnot, but to me, at this point in my life, I'm like, let's be upfront. If you're playing games or you're giving mixed signals, that's not a yes. A mixed signal is not a yes. And if someone isn't confident about you, is it worth it? Not really. I just feel like if someone's giving you like, I don't know, blah, 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 unless they're playing games, but if they are, like, do you want someone who's going to play games and not be upfront and show you that they're confident in you? Not me, personally. No. So I would just say if anyone's giving you mixed signals, just be straight up and ask them what's going on here. Don't be afraid to be straight up. I do feel like guys like when girls are straight up, or they're just like honest, like what's up. But it depends to a point. If you're like, what are we? I'm confused. What's going on? What are your feelings? They don't like that. But if you're like, okay, are we a thing or not? If they're like, I don't know, be like, okay, well, I'm cool without you then. You know what I mean? Also, since I was reading that book, guys don't like when girls act like their moms. So, like, if you're asking too much, blah, blah, blah. Guys apparently know. This is crazy, actually.
What?
I think this is true for most guys. I've actually heard, like, guy friends say this, too. It's like, guys know that literally within 2 minutes of meeting you, if you're going to be a girl that they want to date or not.
Oh, my God, I've heard of that, actually. Yeah. That's crazy.
They know their intentions with you the second they meet you. If they want to just sleep with you or they want to maybe pursue something. So if he's giving mixed signals and it's been a while, oh my God, girl, he knows what he wants with you. So if he hasn't done it by now, a mixed signal, it's not a yes, so that means it's a no. So go away.
I feel like that also ties into immaturity. Like once you reach a certain age, if there's mixed signals, that's just a red flag as it is, because that's just immature in my opinion.
If you're someone who's mature, you just want an answer straight up and down. You don't want games. So if they're gonna play games, just no, you're done. Ixnay that, we're good. Yeah, that's my advice on that. That's all I would say. Mixed signals is a no.
Get out. As a content creator, do you often compare yourself to other creators and their content? 1000%. It's hard not to. That's why, like, I feel like at the beginning when I started YouTube, I'd get like a lot of inspiration on what to do and, you know, watch other people's videos and somewhat copy them in a way. But honestly, through doing that, I really learned my own style of videos. And I feel like now I have it really down pat with what I like doing, and I don't need to go and watch other people's videos for like inspiration and stuff. But yeah, it's just hard not to do. Like sometimes I'll watch a video and be like, oh, that was good, damn, and it makes me like, oh, are my videos good enough? But I have gotten a lot better at that, at not comparing myself. But it's inevitable. Like comparison sometimes is just inevitable, and I have really tried to work on that in every aspect. But there's so much to compare to, and it's hard to not. And so of course I definitely do.
Yeah, me too, for sure. I feel like one of the things for me that bugs me a lot is like, I feel like my content isn't as like clean and aesthetic and like perfect and like crisp looking. Do you know what I mean? Like some people post they have like perfect white walls and their lighting is brilliant. I feel like I compare people and I'd be like, wow, like all their videos look so nice and quality and whatever. I look at mine and I'd be like, my room looks green and gross. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean by that.
That's why sometimes I compare in ways of just where they film. like in how it looks.
Like aesthetic wise.
I film at my house all the time, but I'm like, my background doesn't look as nice. You know what I mean? And it's such a stupid thing.
And there's always going to be new things to compare yourself with. Like right now you're comparing yourself with that, but let's say you move to a place with nice bright walls and beautiful lighting, you're going to find something else to compare now. So it's like that road never really stops.
Yeah.
And there's actually, I don't know if you've seen, but there's been people like on TikTok that I've seen that have gone viral for literally having an unaesthetic house, and people are commenting and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I found a creator that I can resonate with, because my house is not as aesthetic as all those other like popular content creators, and they're like, it makes me feel safe that your house looks like mine.
Yeah.
And so
that's true. That's cute.
You know, things being perfect sometimes is not always good because people feel like they don't relate to it. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's like really hard not to. For me, I don't also get as much content as I would like to, because I also have a job and other things to do. But people who do like social media full time, like you have more opportunities to get so much more content. So I feel like I can be like behind on things because I'm like, I don't post as much because I don't get as much content because I'm busy doing other things. I don't know. So I feel like, yeah, definitely we compare 100%. Also, this was a random thing. I just thought of this. How come some people can wear their hair behind their ears in a hat and not look like a weird ugly elf? I tried that this morning. I literally watched a girl yesterday. I was like, she looks so cute with her hair behind in a hat, and I was like, adorable. I tried it on today. I went my jaw dropped. I was like, you look disgusting.
Insert photo here.
No, we're not doing that. I was like, no, this is not my look. I was like, I can't do it.
I've never tried.
It's just me comparing to people who can have their ears out in hats, because I can't.
Honestly,
I don't even have ugly ears. Like, I think I have normal ears. I don't hate them or anything. But I just was like, that's weird.
I feel like it also depends like the hat shape too.
That's true.
Like it really plays into like how it's gonna look.
See, like maybe this hat, like it does come down far on the sides, maybe it pushes too much on your ears, versus one that's a little shorter, like your ears aren't really gonna push, they're gonna sit flat.
Exactly. So I feel like that really plays into it as well.
Yeah, sorry, I'm comparing.
I need to see that because I've never seen that before.
No, I've seen so many girls with it, and I'm like, how do you look so cute with your hair down and hat and it's tucked behind your ears? I'm like, I look wrong.
Wait, I need to try that, but I can't see myself looking good like that either.
No, I feel like you could pull it off, but I feel like you think everyone can pull it off, but like on yourself it's like no.
See, that's the thing. It's like
another thing. It's a self thing, right?
Oh my god, a self thing. We're our worst self critics.
What tips do you have for fake friends? Cut them loose.
If you guys are not watching the video, we're making scissor motions.
We're snipping the fake friends, okay? No, just get rid of them. Bye. End of episode.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, there's no point.
If you know your friends are fake friends, for sure, no, literally get rid of them. There's no point.
Boy, bye.
I can't even think of a point to keep a fake friend. I don't even know why.
Always get rid of the bad energy.
There's no reason for fake friends. They're just going to bring you down and hold you back.
No bad vibes.
Nobody wants that.
Get rid of the bad vibes if you can.
What perfume do you use?
My go-to for a long time, actually, I guess it's not necessarily perfume, but it was that Sol de Janeiro one, the orange one everybody knows.
Yeah.
That I use religiously, and I actually just ran out of it. But I have like a few random perfumes from Scentbird, and I have some. I just got new ones. So if I were to say one that I use all the time, it would be the Sol de Janeiro one.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just in limbo. I'm just trying different ones. What about you?
One of my favorite scents ever has always been, it's a body spray. I've always kind of been more of a body spray girl than a perfume. I've only recently gotten into perfumes. Tease by Victoria's Secret. Oh my god, it's been one of my favorite ones forever. My friend Ryan like put me on, and then I've put on so many other people. I'm like, it's so good.
I need to go smell it now.
Yeah, it's so good. So I have like a little mini one that I always like keep in my bag, which it's not in there right now. Otherwise I'd let you smell it. Yeah, that one I've rebought that 1,000,000 times. I also love Mugler. Is it Mugler? Mugler? I don't know how to say it. Mugler. I know it's probably French, but the Alien Goddess perfume. I love it. So good. They have like the coolest bottles because they're like alien. The brand is like alien. So there's like alien goddess, alien whatever. But I love the Alien Goddess one, which is the gold one, and it smells really good. But right now I'm using YSL Black Opium Cherry flavored.
Oh, I've heard flavored
scent.
Yum,
the cherry
so good.
One. It's really good. I like it a lot.
Never smelled
and Glossier You. I got that for Christmas, and I really like that one.
Oh, that's a really popular one.
Yeah. So those are the ones I kind of like go back and forth between. They're my go-tos.
Love it. We love smelling good around here.
Yeah.
No stinky wankies.
Stinky wankies. You're stinky wankies.
I actually can't stand smelling bad. Like it's not something I'm ever gonna do.
No, I didn't even wear deodorant for a really long time because I never found myself smell ever. I don't actually sweat that much either. So I just always never wore deodorant. And then one day I was like, I should probably wear deodorant just in case now that I'm an adult girl. Because maybe I will get stinky wanky. I don't know.
Now that I'm an adolescent.
I don't think I'm smelly, but I'm like,
just in case.
Gotta wear deodorant, guys.
I feel like some people can't smell themselves though. Like when they stink.
That's true.
They don't know.
I know if I do stink because like I've, gone like on a walk in a hot day. And like, okay, I can smell my armpits.
Yeah.
But I feel like I know when I smell.
Yeah.
And I normally don't. So that's why I'm like, it's okay. But
yeah.
No, but I feel like all through high school, like I don't even think I wore deodorant in high school. I don't even know.
Neither did I, because I feel like, I don't know, back then we just were so young, we just didn't really smell.
Back in high school, everyone used like Old Spice, like male cologne.
Don't go in the guys' locker room, or you're gonna keep a whiff of that.
Actually, like, it's gonna hit you up in the eyes.
Oh my gosh,
it's gonna burn your eyeballs.
It's gonna make you pass out.
Literally. Okay, let's do one more question to take us out. You pick.
Okay, let me see. If your job wasn't a content creator, where would you be working right now? I don't know, like I really do like video editing, so maybe I would do something along those lines. And I like creating, like I just like storytelling and being creative, and I don't know, making little films, so maybe something to do with that. But also I can see myself owning like a cute cafe or even like a cute boutique, and like going to work every day and like make it look cute, and I don't know, something like that maybe. Or
fun.
Working with cute animals. What would you do?
Nothing. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I literally don't know. Probably just the job I have now, straight up. I couldn't see myself doing anything other than work, like film stuff. Same thing. My dream job would be to not have a job.
Honestly, that's
that's always been my thing. Is I've been like, I don't want to have a job. I just want to be paid to exist.
No, 100%. I just want to be paid to be me.
Dream job, being paid to watch Housewives.
Imagine
you need someone. I'm here
to review the footage before posting $10,000 an episode. We got you. We'll review it.
Sign me up. That's always like, it's always like famous people that are like, oh, I wanted to be an ice cream truck driver or something.
Oh my god, they always have like the best sob stories like about that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Thank you though.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would probably just be doing what I was doing. I don't know.
There's like a statistic that the average person or Gen Z or millennial, one of those time ranges, they change their career path like 8 times within their lifetime. Like they switch ideas 8 times.
Interesting.
So gotta test the waters.
Actually, I have a question. This will be the last question. Okay, what are your biggest fears? If you had to pick 3, what are 3 things you're scared of? Could be rational, irrational, big, small. What are your like top 3?
Okay.
Because I was thinking about this morning.
I'm scared of heights. Falling out of a plane, for example, like plane crashes. Oh my god, that's a fear. Falling out of the sky just seems so
are you
scary.
Scared of flying?
Not really. Like I'm fine on a plane because I used to be really scared, but I just kind of got over it. Like whatever, it's fine. Yeah. But heights is one of my fears. Like oh my gosh.
I never thought, like I've never said heights was a fear of mine, but like when I get up somewhere really high, I'm like, I don't like this.
Right.
I wouldn't put it like on my list of like I'm so scared of it, but I definitely don't like heights. That's for sure. It just makes me feel like uneasy.
100%. I'm scared of the dark. I know I believe in like bad things. No.
So are you like scared if you have to shut off all the lights and then go upstairs?
Yeah.
Like, are you like running upstairs?
Okay, like yes and no.
Are you know running up the stairs? Like when you shut off the light, you're like running.
I mean, yes and no.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I love to sleep with a little bit of light on. I hate, well, I don't sleep with light on, but like our window is usually open and like there's like the moonlight that comes in.
Not pitch black.
Yeah. Does spiders count?
Spiders count.
There you go. I hate insects, cockroaches, spiders, anything creepy, crawly. No.
If you're creepy and you crawl, don't like you.
That's a big no. You're not welcome in my residence.
Mine are, the first one is needles. I'm very scared of needles. My biggest fear is getting my blood work done.
That's funny.
I know. And I was thinking about this morning because it was on my bucket list to get my blood work done this year because I just want to know what's going on inside my body, okay? Because I'm a bit of like a health nut that way. Like I like to know. And I like to be aware of what's going on in my body. And I don't know because I've never had my blood work done because I'm too scared. Very afraid of needles. But for me, it is a mental thing. I get too worked up about it, which goes into my second biggest fear, which is pain. I'm scared of pain. When it's unexpected, obviously I could deal with it, but I'm scared of pain that I know is about to happen. That's what freaks me out, and that's why I don't like needles, because I know, even though it doesn't really hurt, but I know a small needle is about to stab my arm. it's about to stab me. And that freaks me out.
Yeah.
And I get into my head about it, and I literally overthink, so scared that it panics me.
You make it into something bigger.
Yes, and then after I'm like, that wasn't even bad.
Yeah.
And I do it every time, and that's like something I need to work on, but it's one of my biggest fears is like pain that I know is about to come, like in the sense that I'm scared to be pregnant and have a baby because it's gonna hurt. And I know it's coming. You know what I mean? It's not like someone just all of a sudden walked by and kicked me. I didn't know that was coming. So it's like, ow, that hurt. But I didn't have time to worry about it, right?
So you're saying that you'd rather the doctor just sneak up on you and just like jab the needle in?
Probably.
Like, you know what? I'm going to call, like if you book a blood work appointment.
Don't, because now I know it's coming.
I'm going to call them and be like, you need to sneak around the corner and then like
jab her.
Puncture her.
Straight up. Maybe they need to do that. And then third, I would say it's spiders, but honestly, like, oh, actually, no. Sometimes I don't even want to say my fears out loud because I don't want them to happen.
100%. Agreed.
One of my big fears is getting in a car accident.
Oh my God.
I would say 100%. And I don't want to say that. I hate thinking
about that.
I mainly get scared about rear-ending someone because if you rear-end someone, it's automatically your fault, and that stresses me out. I'm definitely never going to get in an accident, though. Safe driver, we're good.
Yeah, don't want to manifest that.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my fears. But I would also say spiders, but I'm also like pretty brave when it comes to spiders. Depends on how big and how close they are to me. But yeah, if I need to get rid of one, I'll do it. And I actually, guys, I feel bad about killing bugs.
Same.
Like, I have such a guilty conscience when it comes to bugs because I'm like, that is still like
a living thing.
A living thing. It breathes. It's a creation on Earth.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad.
You know what's funny? It's so normalized just to kill bugs.
Yeah, and
I'm
like,
so normalized.
And it makes me sad because the other day I was this literally makes my eyes water. I literally feel bad.
Don't.
Because I was at my mom's like apartment and I was just help cleaning and there was a little spider on the wall. And I was like, oh no, because I have to kill you now.
No.
And I just felt bad because I felt bad because I put a Kleenex down and I just went, ooh, and I kicked it. Like, I'm like, I literally just took away its life in 1 second.
No, it's so true.
When you think about it realistically, I'm like, you were born by a mommy and a daddy and you're a bug and you're doing your bug thing and then someone just comes and boom and your life is over. Like, it just made me feel bad. What if he was only a day old? Like, I don't even know. It makes me feel really bad. So I don't normally like to kill bugs or any things like that. I like to let them outside, but sometimes you just freak out in the moment and like all you can do is like gotta kill it. Like if no one's brave enough to like take it outside or whatever. If someone else will kill it, I'm gonna leave the room because I don't want to be a witness to the murder. But sometimes you have to do it by yourself because I'm literally just too scared to deal with getting, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to. I mean, you don't have to, but sometimes you think you have to.
Yeah.
So I don't like doing that. So spiders, I'm definitely a little scared of spiders. Not a huge fear. I can be brave, but I don't like killing bugs. Maybe that's a fear of mine, killing bugs.
I actually just killed a little tiny one. I was going to let it out, but I was all the way upstairs. And I'm like, this is like a whole ordeal for me to have to let this out. So I was like, I'm so sorry. But how I justified it was, no offense, you're a spider. Your life probably sucks, so I'm doing you a favor here.
Stop.
Because I honestly believe that even a little spider is like part of a soul. And it's on this earth for a reason. But when you kill it, I literally believe that it still has like a soul of some sort. I don't know. And it's going to, after it's done its life as a spider, it's going to come back to earth as something greater. So when I kill the spider, I'm like, good luck on your next, on your
like just kickstarting your reincarnation.
No, but like that's literally how I justified it.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I feel that. Well, that's all the questions that we have for today. There's some good questions for sure. I feel like I had fun answering those.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking them. If you guys want to participate in our next Q&A, go follow us below on Instagram.
Links below.
Promo, go follow. So yeah, I love answering questions. It's just kind of fun. So if you guys want us to do another episode like this, we'd be down for different questions. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned for when we post stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like that was super fun little thing. Also, we've hit 500 subscribers on our YouTube.
That's a large audience.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much, seriously.
Yeah,
from the bottom of my heart. Do you know the amount of people that just are like, hey, I listened to your podcast, or I'm gonna watch your podcast? People do that to me all the time, and at work too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, people at work.
That's actually so nice.
No, literally a guy at work was like, what's your podcast about? He's like, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, okay, thanks.
That's such a slay.
No, it's very cute and very sweet, very supportive people and friends, so we really appreciate that.
That's so
obviously.
Nice. Yeah, 1,000%.
We're not rude.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Well,
speak for yourself. We've been just like going at
I
each
know.
other today for
Like,
some
guys,
reason.
I swear
we're
we
feeling
don't-
feisty.
We don't hate each other. I swear.
No. We're not even like usually playful like that. Like,
No.
like joking, so it's just really funny.
I think we just came today and we're like, I'm gonna be mean.
It's because we got the one feisty cat. Like,
Yeah, she was like amping up our spirits.
yeah, she was going crazy. So we were too.
It was the energy in the room today was feisty.
Yes.
Feisty
It's fiery,
girls.
Fiery.
Girls today.
Maybe Mercury is in retrograde.
Yeah, something's happening.
Something's
we're
happening.
pretty in tune, so
We're in tune.
there must be something off.
Yeah, it's not us.
It's
I
not
swear.
us.
Right.
Yeah, obviously, don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that to our YouTube channel. Go follow us on all platforms. And as always, leave any recommendations for any episodes you guys want to see in the comment section. And yeah, we love and read all our comments. So again, thank you for all the love and support. And we will see you guys with a new episode next Monday. We hope you have the best week ever.
I hope you have the best week ever. More than her.
Well, I hope you have the best
Okay.
week ever. Don't try to outdo the outdoer.
Outdo the doer.
The doer.
As Nicki Minaj once said. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.
Not that being our send off now.
I know.
It's
That's
kinda cute.
cute.